Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world one state, one province, one county, one district, one region, one whatever you call the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth at a time, and I explore these on GeoGuessr with three aims in mind. First of all, seeing places I've never been to and probably will never go to. Second, hope to see something interesting, maybe something fun, or just basically have a fun time. And third, try to play a perfect game of 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever area I'm in at any given time. So, today we're moving into what will be one of the smallest areas that we will cover in this series. It's the district of Black Point in the Bahamas. And, well, as you can see, it's not exactly huge. It's all this thing here on this very long island, which gods know what it's called, but this is then Black Point. Black Point is a district that is 12.1 square kilometers and had 414 inhabitants in 2010, I think it was. So yeah, this is small. But as we've seen often in this series, small often means difficult. And, well, difficult is not really what I want here. But thing with these maps that I in the Bahamas is that none of it is official coverage. So it's third-party coverage, and that usually means it's going to be very slow. Anyways, let's see. Oh, someone has... Oh, yeah. This is... yeah, I've noticed you around. Ukrainsky Guesser, I guess. Yeah, I've seen you around. And welcome to my maps. Anyways, okay, that's pretty good. In 228, wow. Okay, we're going for the full 25k. At least we're going to try. So let's make a challenge out of that and post the challenge link in the document I keep for this stuff, so that I can, let's get that link again. There we go. So that I can put it in the description section of this video once we get to editing this stuff. Okay, house. We're looking west-northwestwards. Okay, chances are that we might be somewhere around here. Let's see. So we got a bend. Well, it could actually be over here as well. Let's see. Do we see any other houses? No, there's an intersection of sorts here. Oh, let's see. And that's looking. Let's see. Could we be? Let's see. There's also the option of being maybe up here somewhere. Hard to tell. There's also this path going up this way. But yeah, we don't know for now. But let's see. So we've got the ocean over there to the north. Right. Let's see what's over here by this house then. So yeah, the going will be a bit slow, given this is third party. Come on, third party footage. Let's see. This looks like an island out there. So could we be down here by the Exuma Bay Resort? Let's see. Or is it a promontory that we're looking at? Yeah. Nice little cottage thingy. Yeah, I'm wondering if it might be down here by the Exuma Bay Resort. Could we be down by the sandcastle thingy? Let's see. Yeah, we could actually be looking across the bay here. That is a possible one, but then let's see. So if we're looking westwards, yeah, that would work. Let's see, and then so how exactly could that work? Now there are roads. Oh yes, there are roads here. could we possibly have been here? Because we're kind of going in a circle, aren't we? Let's see now. It's nice. Yeah. Let's see. So now, southeast, we should be here now. And if I go this way, no, that's just taking us back where we came. So now we've got east, southeastwards. We are somewhere in this vicinity, but I'm not entirely sure where. But yeah, I remember when I made this map, I remember this entrance here, which is to the Exuma Bay Resort. So let's see. So now we are coming up on this bendy bit here, I would believe. Okay, so that means that the building we see or saw is this one. And if we look straight down at it, we are just west, just south of it. So that means, yep, that intersection we're looking at is this one. Except one thing. This is the direction we're looking at it from. So let's see, let's rather use the building. We're looking slightly south of it, so it should be about there. Yeah, maybe even a couple more meters. Let's put it there. Ah, okay, right. Yep, that's what you face sometimes in these maps, and that is that the geolocation is plotted wrong. And that definitely was not wrong. It wasn't that wrong. So, well, that will be a green flag if I go there. Let's see, so we've got a church here. Let's see if we can find a church. There's a police station. The Dilly so I assume we're down here somewhere. We definitely not up here. So yeah, we actually got some paved roads. I wasn't prepared for that. Not that I mind. Let's see, so we've got buildings here. So let's assume for a second that we are here. Doesn't quite match up, does it? Let's see. We got Bahamas Holy Bible Museum. What on earth is going on here? Target the next generation. What does it say? Target the next generation through education. And also, oh, okay, Bahamas Holy Bible Mission. What else do we have here? More of the same. Golden Age Winter Preparatory Academy. Still no wiser about that. So let's see now. And it bends that way. Then we must be over here then. Let's see, because then we got this intersection here, which is most likely this one. And we should have a pier or something coming up now. And that is definitely a pier or something. Right, so we're in this area. And that should mean that we're looking at these houses. And if we're looking straight east, we're looking at the middle of this building. So we ought to be here. There's no certainty in ought to, but I think I'm going to go with that. Not entirely comfortable with it. But yeah, well, I'm going to go with that. Whoa. Yeah, I thought I was closer to the bend, so that is probably correct, but in that case, there must be a house missing here or something. Okay, fair enough. Next one. Okay, what direction? So do I have northeast? Okay, and what do we... All right. And... Okay. So where do we get to if we continue northeast here? We got buildings. And we got an intersection. But... Oh, yeah, we can go further. Okay, so the road goes southeast. So probably not here. Could we be here? No, that doesn't seem likely. As there are no buildings here, but okay, so we got this road going northwest. Oh, wait, this is probably it. Yeah, that's got to be it. Let's see, let's move back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think we just passed this one. Let's see, exactly where are we? Let's see, we got... Yeah, so we're up by this road. Quite likely. Let's see if we can pin this one then. Oh, it should be about there. Right? I believe that should be pretty good. Okay, finally we got ourselves a 5k. Good. Looking northwest, we've got the bend. Oh, very bendy bit. Could we be like... could we be like here? Let's see, have a look around this bend in this direction first. It is turning easterly. And then it bends. Okay, let's have a look around the other way. We are going very northerly, and then it's going to be sort of squirrely for a little bit. Yeah. And the ocean is in the distance, and we're going to get a very tight corner. And we're getting asphalt as well. And yeah. Okay, so we're on this bend. Excuse me. So then the question is, how far up the bend are we? I think we are quite close to the exit of it. So I'm going to be brave and say that we're there. Cool. Right on the water, heading northeast. And that, I believe, is the pier we saw earlier on, which is this one. So, let's see now. Yeah, we got this S-bend here. So we're about to enter the S-bend. We got these two houses. Must be those. And then we got... Not so sure about that. Let's see now. Let's see if we can identify buildings correctly here. That has to be this. No, it doesn't have to, actually. I'm wondering, let's see, what do we have here? Government, post office. Oh, what did it say? Emerald Sunset View is here. Hang on. No, that's not it. Clarence and Stellus, okay. Not that we can see any other. Oh, hang on, we can look for these places. I'm fairly sure I'm right about being here, but that building spooks me. So let's see, what do we have up the road? So we should have Deshamondor. That should be, I think, this building coming up over here. Is this Adelaide's? Yes, it's Adelaide's friendly store. Right, and this should be Deshamond's. Yeah, JD, I guess. Straw Mart. Yeah, cool looking place. Okay. So, is that? That is the big question. I strongly believe it is. Because it can't be this one. Because that has to sit there. Because we're around the bend. Okay, so look perpendicular to the road. Oh, we should be about here. Right. Okay. So 2 points off the 25k, and we did it in less than 15 minutes. So let's have another go and see if we can get the 25k even so. Let's see, challenge, create a new challenge, copy the link, put the link into the document, start the game. Okay. Containers, and we're on a bend. We got asphalt, we're looking southwest. Could we be here? No, that doesn't seem likely. I think actually we might be up here. And that gives us a new set of challenges. Let's see, there's a pier up here, which I'm wondering if that is the one we're looking at. Let's see, so we're looking south, we're clipping. Doesn't quite look right, but, well, actually, it most likely is. And that's going to pose a bit of a problem. Let's see if I'm right. So we're going to go northeast for a little while, and then we are going to connect with that road. Which is it that? No. Yeah, we're going to bend slightly. Let's see, there should be a road going off to the side if I'm right about where we are. But it should also be an intersection, and it is. Right. Yeah, because there's an intersection here going in this direction as well, up towards this bay. So we're on a bend somewhere. Let's see, we're on a bend somewhere in this vicinity. Further down, like so, possibly. That's gonna be a right beast to locate. Let's see. If I'm able to get within 25 meters on this one, That's gonna be a flippin' miracle. Gonna move out on the limb and say that we're here. Let's see now. If I look south, yeah, well, we know that we're clipping that promontory anyway, or rather that bit of the island. So, well, let's go with that. Oh, nice. Okay, well, let's hope the next one will be easier. Oh, okay, so now we're on the pier. Ooh, that can be difficult enough. That can be difficult enough. Because this building is not on the map. I think that's going to be a rather common gripe of mine in this round. Let's see, so look at eastwards. Let's see what houses can we see. We got that house there, and I wonder if that might be that. Oh, we got a blue house. I need to get down on that road and check. Let's see, so I look at south. And neither that or this pink building is on the map. But yeah, I'm curious about that blue building there, if that is that. Excuse me. Yeah, it should be because... No, it's not. It's... Let's see, it lies a bit back. I think it's that one. And here's that road. Yeah, so that's... Right, for a moment I was wondering why I was wearing a balaclava, but I guess that is part of a dry suit. Or a wetsuit. So that is most likely that. And unfortunately, not this one. Okay, what else can we glean out of that then? We know that those buildings are around the bend. So let's see now. And I'm looking, trouble is the high water mark here is not helping me in terms of where we are in this bay. But if I say that we are looking about there, we should be around here somewhere. Don't think that is terrible. Oh, hang on. So here we're looking north. We got the corner thing over there. Okay, we're actually way further up. There-ish. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, and now we're northwest. Guess we could be around here now. Let's see, we could actually be... Could this be that one? If that's the case, we should have a smaller building here. Don't see one. But we are doing the right bendy stuff, except we aren't. Right. Could we be down here? Well, I guess it's possible. But, well, actually, that is within the realm of the possible, because we got the road going on to Love Beach here. So let's see now. Yeah, and then it makes a very abrupt turn to the northeast, which will take us up around here, and then like so. Just going to check that we actually wind up at Love Beach. Will we? Let's see. We're very soon now going to take a very abrupt turn to the southeast. Yep. And we're going to go on for a little bit. Slightly bendy. And here the road is going to split up a bit. will find ourselves at Love Beach, which is down here. Right, Love Beach Cove. Lots of buildings that are not on the map, though. Okay, so that means the building we were looking at must have been this one. I think. If we're looking straight south of it, out at it, we are. Should be about here. And of course, the question is, let's see, that must be that building. Let's see now if that is directly to the north. Yeah, that should work fairly well, I think. A little worried about the geolocation of this one. We're definitely not looking at that house. Yeah, I want to be slightly further there. Good decision. Nice. Okay, second to last round, and we are back at the pier again. And this time, let's see. So that's the road going down from the pier. How does that work? So that's got to be this building, right? Or? Let's see, so that's a post office. Oh. And here's the pier. The road going onto the pier is like there. And what else does it say? Local government, something, something. So that should then be this one. So that tiny thing there must be the post office. But not entirely sure I agree with that. We got this building. Yeah, these buildings are all in this open area. And then we got that building, which is this one, I believe. So we got to be looking at this building. But how does the shape... The shape of that one doesn't add up. And let's see, is there any coverage down that little road there? There isn't. Okay, so let's have a little look at the bends here. I believe we should be about here. Let's see, when we're looking at the pier. If we're looking straight north, I'm looking up the pier. It would appear. Okay, let's say with that. Cool. Let's see if we can nail the 25k now. Right. This is where I got things very wrong. Earlier on, because down there is the church thingy. So let's see now. Let's see if we can get the outline of some of these buildings. Right. That one over there. It's got to be this one. There's a bend there as well. Okay, so if that is that, then that has to be this one. Looking south, looking just past the corner of it. Which should put us there. How are we looking for the bend? The bend is there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Sweet. Okay. Cool beans. So we did get there in the end. That was good. I was actually getting quite worried that we might not be able to get to 25k here. But, well, we got there in the end. Let's see, 1, 2. This one was... I'm quite happy with that one. So that was a tricky one. But yeah. Okay, that's Black Point. It's small, is slightly bothersome, but yeah, we got there in the end. And with that said and done, I'm glad you're still with me here on A Tiny Dot in Space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Hopefully we'll get somewhere a bit larger to explore. So until then, bye-bye.